I made a 6 pieces blouse and a straight skirt. Then I decided to make a tulip sleeve with puff on it. You can see how standing the puff looks and how nice it looks. If you would like to learn how to make this sleeve step by step, all you need to do is stay with me from the beginning till the end of this video, and I'll take you through the process on how to make it. I'll teach you how to draft, cut it on fabric and sew on the bodice perfectly. Let's get right into it. I have my pattern on a fold of 2, as you can see. Then I'm going to mark my starting point of 1/2 inch. After doing that, what I'm going to do next is to mark my puff height, which is 4 inches, as you can see me doing. Then I'm going to connect the lines just like this. After that, I'm going to mark the length of my sleeve. You're going to start marking from this second line here. I marked 9 first, but I decided to mark 10 inches. You can mark whatever you prefer as your line. Now, I'm going to mark the bicep line. Mine is 4 inches. Yours can be 3.5 or 4, whatever it is, just mark it here. Then I'm going to connect the lines just as you can see me doing. The next thing I'm going to do is to measure the armhole, the back armhole. Now, I'm going to measure it this way, and what I have here is about 10 inches. So I'm going to come to the bicep line here. Take note, the bicep line, and -1 from it and mark 9 inches. I'm going to connect from here to here. Then I'm going to mark the line just as you can see me doing. I'm going to measure what I have here and divide it by 2. I'll mark 5 inches. Then I'm just going to make a normal curve, mark 1 inch here and make the normal basic sleeve. I'll connect it through this way and that's it. I'm going to mark 2.5 inches on this part here. Then I'll come to my puff here and mark 1 inch. I'll trace it down like this to make a curve down to this point here. I hope you can see. Then I'll make the line visible now. I'm using my free hand because I believe that's the best. So you can just take it, So I'm just going to measure what I have here. Remember, our armhole is 10 inches. So I have 12.5, which simply means that we have 2.5 inches for our puff. I'll mark my round sleeve of 8.5 inches plus 1/2 inch for sewing. You can mark your preferred round sleeve, either 5 or 6 or whatever it is. I'll cut it out just as you can see me doing now, and I'll open it up after doing that. So after doing this, now what I'm going to do is to come here now and make a slight difference here to cut the front part, just to deepen the front part, the armhole front part, just as you can see me doing. So after that, now what I'm going to do now is to indicate front and back. So I'm going to come here from the midpoint of the sleeve and measure to the back like this, and I'm going to measure 5 inches. You can measure 4 or 6, it depends on how you want it to overlap. This is for the overlapping of the sleeve. Now, after doing that, I'm going to come down here by 9 inches. This depends on how you want it to come down. So if you want it to come up, you can mark 6, 7, 8. Now I'm going to come here from the midpoint here by 5 inches. This all depends on you as well. So after marking the 5 inches, and I'm just going to connect those lines just like this. So watch me and see how, if you have your curve driller, you can make use of it at this point. I'm making use of my ruler. I'm making use of my free hand because I don't have that ruler with me at the moment. So I'm just going to connect just as you can see me doing now. I hope you understand. Now I'm going to cut it out. So here we have it. So this is the midpoint, and I'm going to make a notch around here, which is very, very important. Now after doing that, the next thing I'm going to do is to cut out 4 Ankara pieces, 2 for the front and 2 for the back, and 4 lining pieces as well. So here I have it cut out, and I have ½ inch marked all around except for this part that I've already added ½ inch already. So here I'm going to be adding my very hard stay because I want the sleeve to stand properly. Now I have gummed the hard stay on the lining pieces. Please ensure I iron it on the lining pieces only, not on the fabric. I'll put it together this way, and I'm going to place it on each other like this, and I'm going to run a stitch of ½ inch on it to stitch it together on this part here. I hope you understand. Stitch it all the way down here with ½ inch. I'm going to repeat the same process on the Ankara fabric here, just like this. Repeat the same thing, and whatever you do now, you're going to repeat it for the second sleeve. ½ inch as well, stitch with ½ inch. So this is what I have after I'm done. I'm going to place it like this, and I'm going to bring the lining piece and I'm going to place it on each other, right side facing each other. Make sure that the middle point like this are matching properly. And what I'm going to do now is to stitch with ½ inch from this part, ½ inch here all the way, relax this part and stitch on it, then go all the way here till you get to this point here with ½ inch. Then I'm going to show you what I have. So this is what I have. Then I'm going to notch the curved area so it can relax properly by the time we turn it. I hope you understand. If you have any question, you can ask me in the comment section. I'll be willing to respond immediately. So you're going to turn it like this to the right side, and what you're going to do, you're going to bring this sewing allowance here, turn it to the lining part, then make a top stitch on it, a top stitch of about ¼ inch all the way down. I hope you understand, all the way down like so, from this part here all the way down to where you ended the stitch. Now this is what I have after I'm done and turning it. I'm going to cut out the excess we have. We have this excess as a result of the lining that we top stitched. That's why we have this excess here. So I'm going to be cutting it out now, as you can see me doing. So just continue to cut it out like this. Kindly give my video a thumbs up at this point. So after doing this now, the next thing I'm going to do is, you can see it here after I'm done. So what I'm going to do now is to come to this part here, is open, so you have to stitch it down and make it together. Just stitch it down like so. So I'm done stitching that, and this is what I have. So what I'm going to do now is to flip it this way and this way. I'll take that again, open it up like this, then stitch it like this. Just turn it like this and turn it this way. This is your notched area. You are going to place it on the other one. So I want to trim this side. I have a little excess there, so I'm trying to trim it out properly. So place the notch area here on the other one here. Make sure that they are matching perfectly. It is very, very important. So I'm going to pin it down just like so. Then I'm going to stitch it down from this overlap here. Where the overlap starts here, you're going to stitch it from here all the way down to the other overlap here. After stitching it down, you're going to come to the sleeve, to the bodice sleeve. So this is what I have after stitching it down. Come to the bodice sleeve and open it up. So you can see your sewing allowance or the armhole. Just make a triangle cut, ½ inch. Just reduce it with ½ inch here, so you can have it. You have a triangle shape of allowance here. It's just for you to make the bodice and the sleeve not pulling each other, just to make it relax. So match them together. That's the joining, or that's the side, the armhole side of the bodice, and the joining on the sleeve. Join them together, then turn it up, and this is the notch area. Match it up with the joining on the shoulder and pin it down. So you're just going to pin it down all the way as if you want to join your basic sleeve. So this is the excess I have for our puff after joining the sides together. I hope you can see this is the excess for one side and this is the excess for another side. So we are going to be pleating this excess now. So you can pleat with 1/2 inch or 1/4 inch. It depends on how, there is a stay there, so it depends on how you can hold it down. I hope you get it. So now this is what I have after pleating it down and pinning it down. So here you should have something like this by the time you are done there. So I'm going to turn it out now, stitch it down now, and this is what I have after stitching it down. You can see how our puff came out standing perfectly. So here is what I have and we are done. So I have something I want to explain. So this is the second sleeve. So in case you put it like this and match the notch area like this, you have to take note. You can see, so if I decide to stitch it down the same way I've done to the other side, you will see that the overlap is not facing the front, it is facing the back. Meanwhile, in the first sleeve that we did, this is the bust area and you can see the overlap is facing the bust area, which is the front. So the other one, yes, you can see, so this one here is facing the back. So you have to ensure that the overlap is facing the front the same way. So I hope you understand what I'm trying to say. So if you want it to face the back like this, you have to make sure that the first one you did is also facing the back, so they have to face the same place. And we have come to the end of the tutorial. We drop a new video every week on this channel. Please stay tuned and watch out for more educative and interesting videos like this on this channel. Turn on your post notifications so you can get notified whenever I upload a new video. Thank you for my subscribers. If you're new subscribers, you are welcome. Thank you so much. I appreciate you guys a whole lot, and I'm going to see you on my next video. Thank you. Bye.